Questions for Coach Mosley. Josh Cohen, OrlandoMagic.com.
Hey, Coach, talk about your team's resilience there down the stretch. Obviously, Brooklyn made a nice run in the fourth, but you guys stuck it out and were able to pull out the victory.
Well, we just talked about it down the stretch, understanding that, the basketball is a game of runs and they're going to, continue to make little stretches here and there. But our guys continue to fight, sitting down and guarding when it counted, 27-point quarter. But again, their ability to sit down and guard when it mattered, that was the biggest thing. And then guys coming up with big time plays down the stretch.
Philip Rossman-Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Hey, Coach, obviously a bit of a broken play from Chuma and even from Franz, but what did it say about them to keep their composure and hit those big shots at that time?
Well, that's the one thing we want to keep talking about to our guys. If you're open, shoot the basketball. And obviously the play broke down a little bit, but for their ability to just step in and make a play when it counted, again, that's the confidence that we want these guys to have. That's the resilience you want them to continue to show night in and night out.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Coach, you talk about these situations being opportunities for others. For Chuma, who to get his confidence up these last two games and start playing into a rhythm, just how big has this opportunity the last two games been for him?
I mean, you think about the things he did out there defensively as well. He got the strip on Patty Mills. He causes a play where we have a bell play. He's diving on the floor. We're playing for the loose ball. Then his ability to step in and make big shots out of a timeout. And then again, that broken play that he steps in and makes a shot. Again, it's big for him and it's confidence. And again, his teammates just truly believe in what he's doing and the work he's putting in.
Back to Philip.
We've talked a lot about the new guys that were brought in yesterday, but how important has kind of the stability that Gary and Robin bring to this team in this moment, especially? It felt like they really did a good job pacing the team.
I mean, they did a fantastic job as veterans, willing to step in these moments, coming in on a back-to-back. Gary was just fantastic for us, sitting down and guarding Patty Mills throughout the game. Rolo did a great job defensively, being up in the pick and roll, making sure we didn't give up those threes, similar to how we did the other night. Again, but their resiliency and their toughness and their voices in the huddle is what's also fantastic.
Josh Cohen.
Robin has always described himself as a relief pitcher with this team. And obviously with relief pitchers, they always have to stay ready. Is that one of the things about Robin that's so special, is that even though he may not play on particular nights, he's always prepared, ready to step in and contribute?
Absolutely, yes. Robin is the ultimate team guy. He wants his teammates to succeed, and he's willing and ready to play whenever his number is called. I'm trying to communicate with him as much as possible when he gets in the game or when he doesn't get in the game, but he always stays ready.
Dan Savage.
Coach, I know you don't like to talk about yourself, but just how much of a challenge is it that for you, for your staff to get guys up to speed in this type of situation? Obviously, it's pretty unique.
Well, I think what it is in these situations, it's that connection that we have with Lakeland and how we continue to talk about being tied together, as an organization. So a lot of these guys understand some of the plays we're running, the defenses we're into, and my staff does such an amazing job of getting these guys ready with watching film and understanding the things they need to do and the things they need to see. So again, for me, it's just how well we're connected as an organization.
Any final questions for Coach Mosley?
Okay, we'll go to Kobe now. Trish.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kobe.
Yeah, Jamahl, there was a moment, I think, at the end of the first quarter, even going to the second, where you had the 4G League guys and I think Mulder out there. Did it hit you at a moment, like, we were like, I have 4G League guys and a two-way player on the floor right now. Like, did that moment hit you at any point?
I just think about those guys and the opportunity that they get. I was really just happy to see them out there playing, and they played well. They fought, they battled, they competed, they made some big time plays out there. I think that what I'm most, happy is that they're playing 3 games in 3 nights. We're going to play 4 and 5, but these guys they got after it. And, that's what I was really most happy about as I'm watching them out on the court.
I do want to ask about that, just the energy, from the energy standpoint, how impressive you've been, especially since they did play right before they joined you guys.
Well, we talk about our organization being aligned, Lakeland to the Magic, just them being and pulling for one another. That's the one thing that you see on the bench. The guys that aren't playing, they're rooting for those guys. The guys that are in the game, they're talking to them the whole time, just understanding how much they're pulling and rooting for each other while they're on the floor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
First off, you got some scratches back here. You good?
Yeah.
Getting fouled a lot?
No, this was from yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you're getting to yesterday. Well, once I ask, seems like especially down the stretch, you guys were meeting a lot of, Gary and Robin. How important have they been to you, but also the rest of the team as the veteran leaders, just to help you guys get through this rough time?
Yeah, I mean, they've been in these situations before, especially down the stretch. I think they're really important. That a lot of guys, being new to the team and a lot of young guys playing a lot of minutes. I think it's really important to have that leadership on and off the court for us, and just give us that confidence down the stretch that we know what we're doing on the court.
The juicy guys, the guys who just came up, what have you thought of their energy, especially considering they played Thursday and then yesterday and now
Yeah.
today? Just the energy to consistently provide that energy up for next guys.
Yeah, I've been really impressed. I mean, I know most of the guys, some from summer league, some from college and stuff. So I've been really impressed with how confident they came in, and like you said, how much energy they bring to the team. And every single one of the guys on the team today helped us get this win. And I think it's really hard to come in like that and just immediately have an impact on the game.
Great. Trish, questions?
Okay, questions for Fonz. Josh Cohen, OrlandoMagic.com.
Can you talk about that shot with about 39 seconds left? It was that floater that you got to fall. It seemed like a couple Nets players were swiping at it, but what were you able to do to get that one to fall?
No, man, just fell in. Like you said, they played pretty good defense on that one. And the ball somehow bounced in, but that's how basketball goes. I think if you work hard enough within the game, I think sometimes the basketball gods will give you a little bit of luck, and I got that one on that play.
Phil Rossman-Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Hey, Franz, obviously they have you kind of playing a little bit, more on the balls as kind of the initiator and playmaker, and Brooklyn seemed to do a really good job kind of putting pressure on you. How difficult, I mean, we've talked a little bit about it, I think, over the last few games, but how difficult is it to kind of slide into that position, and how are you dealing with how some of these defenses are maybe changing up how they guard you now that you're the ball handler? Yeah,
it's definitely something that I have to adjust to. I mean, teams are smart, they know that this is my first time doing this, so I always have someone pressuring me up the court, and so I talk to the coaches what are ways to kind of attack that and exploit that too, and it's definitely something that we were talking about.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com.
Franz, what have you seen from Chuma Okeke over the last two games? He seemed to make the most of this opportunity on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, he made some big time plays today. Getting that steal and patting Mills, couple easy buckets, and then that three, like a minute and a half to go. I just really like how aggressive he's playing. Like you said, his two-way abilities. He's been really showing those, and we needed every bit of it. So I'm really glad that we have him on our squad.
Any final questions? Okay, thank you, Franz.
You can, but just look at that camera,
Okay.
please.
Chuma, you made that three, I think was like with a little bit over a minute left. How much has this trip and how much, I guess, has the situation helped you confidence-wise, getting these minutes, getting these shots?
I would say it's helped a lot, but it's mainly I wouldn't say it's the trip. I would just say like it's my teammates. I guess this was just building for a while. My teammates and coaches, they just been giving me confidence to just keep shooting the ball. They always tell me that they trusted me, they believe in my shot. And now, them believing in me and telling me to keep shooting and sticking with it. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's what I did, and I hit the shot.
How important have Robin and Gary, as veterans, been to help you guys and help the team get through this strange time?
They helped a lot, being that, like you said, they're vets. They've been in the league for a long time, and they both been on winning teams before, so they know what it takes to win. And just hearing their voices out there, helping us and on the defensive end and offensive end, getting everybody in the right spots. Just their leadership on the court and also in the film room, so it helps a lot.
Great. Go ahead, Trish.
Okay, questions for Chuma. Josh Cohen, OrlandoMagic.com.
Hi, Chuma. Talk about your team's resilience after Brooklyn tied the game. You guys were able to weather that storm and obviously hit some big shots and make some big defensive plays.
I think that's just knowing that basketball is a game of runs. You know, nobody is in this league for no reason. You know, everybody in this league is good. So, and we all know that. So, you know, the main thing for us to do is to stick together. And coach always say, you know, they made their run. Now we just stay calm, stay poised, and you know, stick together, keep moving the ball, keep getting stops. You know, it's a game of runs.
Philip Rossman Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Hey, Chuma, the last 2 nights, it really seems like the team's really hasn't missed too much of a beat, despite missing all the guys that you've been missing. And how has Coach been able to kind of get you guys in the right frame of mind these last 2 nights to really kind of play at the level that you guys have played at?
You know, basically just by telling us to just go play. At the end of the day, yeah, we got some men down, we got people down, but at the end of the day, it's still basketball and it's still supposed to be played a certain way, which is go out there, play hard, play for each other, play as a team. And, you know, if we do that every night, then, you know, we always give ourselves a chance to win.
Any final questions? Okay, thank you, Chuma.
Hey, Robin, Kobe Price from the Orlando Sentinel. I guess what have the past couple of weeks and a couple of days been like for you, especially with all the protocol guys being out? I guess what's been like for you?
Yeah, it's something else. I think as a team, we've done a good job of staying focused. You know, the NBA for the most part, the show goes on if it can. We had a lot of guys come in and give us great minutes.
What are you and Gary are obviously, you know, two of the leaders on the team, I guess, or two of the veterans on the team, I guess. What have you said to the other players, like you said, whether it's the G League guys, guys like Franz, about getting through this period of time?
I mean, it's just what you said right there. Just getting through it, getting on the court, not hanging your head. A lot of different teams are going through it. No, like the old cliche says, nobody's going to feel sorry. I think at the end of the day, we're lucky to be in the position we are. Where we're talking about playing basketball games.
My bad.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask Franz, so have you seen him evolve as a player, but also a playmaker, you know, through having to be more of a ball handler?
He's been excellent. Anything that's been thrown his way, done a wonderful job of evaluating the situation and tilting it to his advantage.
Right, you good? Okay, Trish, go ahead and you can look over that.
Okay, Philip Rossman Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Hey, Robin, obviously kind of building on that, with so many new guys and so many young guys, it feels like you're kind of taken on a bigger leadership role on the court than maybe we've seen so far. You know, I've seen you kind of pointing out things to guys. How important is that to kind of stabilizing the team as you know, like you said, the schedule keeps going, you know, the games don't stop. How does that help stabilize the team and kind of help guys grow in this moment?
I think what's been wonderful about it is that there are many guys that you can point to that have been vocal, that have been trying to lead the way. It's not just one or two guys, and that's been a constant throughout our season. And that's something that you love to see, especially in a young team. It means the guys are bought in, guys are trying to do the right thing.
Josh Cohen, OrlandoMagic.com.
Hey, Robin, talk about your team's resilience. Brooklyn had tied the game late, but you guys weathered that storm. What were you able to do, and how were you able to stay together to make sure that the Nets didn't take the lead?
I can recall, you know, a couple times when Brooklyn would go on a run and somebody like Gary, somebody like Chuma or Franz would pull everybody together and get them in a huddle. And that's something that Mo Wagner always talks about. But that was great. You know, when it got tough, we didn't splinter. That's very important for a young team. That's very important for any team.
Any final questions? Okay, thank you, Robin.